We'll get you through 2 loops and you'll be complete. You guys will be, if you guys are running later in the day, past 12 o'clock, just be cognizant that it is going to warm up a little bit. It'll stay cool till about midday, but it'll warm up. There's ice at every aid stations. There's salt. There's everything in between. There's ice buckets. We'll keep you as cool as you can, but you guys got to take care of yourself out there. So run within yourself. Take care of yourself at all times. If there happens to be an emergency, we have staff on site, and we'll come get you. And if it's a severe emergency, obviously, we'll call EMS into the park as well. But we'll take care of you guys. We appreciate you guys. Oh yeah, last things first, but the whole gator thing, I want to be real about this. We always joke about gators, and everyone always makes the fun comments about jumping them and all that stuff. But let's be serious for a second about gator protocol. If there's a gator on the trail and you have to go around a gator, you have to go around the tail side of a gator. You can't walk in front of the snout of a gator. They can only go one way, and it's forward. So if you're between the water and a gator's nose and they get spooked, they're going to come straight at you. So go around the tail side. Do not jump an alligator's tail. I know it's a joke, but please don't do it. They only snap up. So you don't jump high enough. It's going to be a long day. So please don't do it. If you come across a gator, and it does happen occasionally, where it's a 10 or 11 foot gator that's completely covering the trail, you can't see a way around it. Put your hands up so that no one comes past you, and the rangers are riding around with bikes in the middle of the day to try to shoo off the big ones that happen to sit out there. They really haven't been out in the middle of the trail. They're just normally on the sides, but you never really know. We obviously aren't in charge of the alligators out here. But if you get a 12-foot alligator on your run, I mean, it's the biggest blessing of your life.
Hey guys, welcome to another video. Today I wanted to do my race report on the Brazos Bend 50K that I ran this past weekend. Brazos Bend is a race put on by Trail Racing over Texas that does a lot of great races. They put on a lot of great races. This one is put on down in Brazos Bend State Park, which is a little bit just west of Houston, Texas. The park is well known for, I guess what it's most known for is it has lots of alligators. There's also other wildlife in the park, but the alligators kind of get the, because it's kind of in a boggy area, kind of bayous, and they do have several alligators that roam around, and they're alligators up to 12 feet long in there. I will have video from a couple of them that I saw that were, the ones I saw were probably about 7 feet long, but they were still pretty big gators. I actually did not see any today, this weekend on the trail. I saw them in water that was right next to the trail. So I'll have a few videos, a few little clips of those. The trail is also known for being extremely flat and fast, and the course is incredibly flat. There are a couple little minor hills, but they are very, usually they're not very steep. There's not much technicality to the course. You'll have a few little routes and things that you go over, but they're very minor and they're actually fairly worn down. So it's a very easy, runnable, fast course. That's why I think there have been some records set on that course, especially in the 100-miler that's run in December. It did get pretty warm during the race. Let me put in a video now and show my Relive for the course so you'll kind of see it. I think my Relive, my watch actually read a little more elevation gain than there really was, but here's that. Okay, so the course is very flat, very runnable. The only thing that did kind of cause problems is It actually started out that morning very nice. I think we were in the low 40s Fahrenheit, which is a great temperature to run in. The 50K started at 7 a.m. They have a 100K and a 50-mile race. They both started at 6 a.m., so they were already running when I got there. They had just taken off. I got there probably just a couple minutes after 6 and got down to registration, picked up my packet. I mean, I'd already paid ahead of time, but I just picked up my packet. Started at 7. Right before the race, I went to the DDR. Our Dallas Dirt Runner sets up a shade covering, a tent for us all together. It was kind of funny this year. We set up the tent, but the lady that brought it managed to get there without the cover to it. But she went ahead and set it up because it's still a good gathering place. So we just kind of had the metal shade awning that gave us no shade. But we were still able to tie our DDR banner to it, and it was a great place for us all to gather. I joked that the group next to us, the wind kicked up during the day and they blew their shade structure, kind of cut it loose. We didn't have that problem because of our new aerodynamic design. But anyway, I went into the race. I really didn't feel like I was in great shape for it. The couple weeks heading into it, I'm on a new blood pressure medicine. I think I've had a little trouble adjusting to it, and I feel tired a lot. I was feeling some better the couple days going into the race. Took off and just kind of hoped for the best. I met a new friend named Tony just before the race, and we took off together. He was actually running his first 50K, but we stuck together. The first loop went really well. I was trying to kind of hold back. We were inserting walk breaks to not overdo it, to make sure we could finish. But we finished the first, it's 2 15.6 mile loops or whatever. We finished the first one in like 3 hours and a few seconds. So decent pace for me. I was going into it, I thought probably best case in the shape I was in, maybe I could run a 6.5 hour 50K. Realistically, I actually told my wife probably it'd be between 7 and 8 hours. But after that first loop, I actually was feeling still real good. I'm like, oh, this is good. Maybe I will do the 6.5 hours. So we sat for a little bit after the first loop. I'm going to have video now, so I can show you, kind of lead you through the deal. The second loop, though, starting at probably mile 17 or 18, I started feeling bad and I really slowed down. But anyway, let me show a lot of the clips from the race and let you see some of the sights on the course.
Okay, so we're just about 8 miles in. Just over an hour and a half. So probably running an 11:30 pace or something like that so far. Probably a little quicker than I'll keep up the whole time. Sorry, I'm running with my new friend Tony here. He's running his first 50K.
Thank you, Jay.
It's gonna be fun. We're having a lot of fun out here. As it's going to be, I'm like, yeah. I don't care if I'm a little bit ahead early.
Yeah, right now. I mean, it makes sense.
Oh, we didn't walk. Let's walk for a minute. I'm sorry. Okay, so I'm just checking in. We just finished the first loop a little bit ago. We've been going a little bit. I'm at about 15.7 miles. Still feeling pretty good, but it is starting to get warm. Still running with my friend here, Tony. We're having a good time. You can see a little gator here. Big, pretty good sized gator, probably a 6 or 7 foot long one.
Yeah. I'm here.
Not the 12 footers they say are out here, but it's the first one we've really seen real well. Got the birds out there, the ducks, hoping they don't get eaten by a gator.
Would you go swim over here? I don't think so. I don't think
It was about the same length, but it wasn't swimming like this one. Okay, so we are now about 25.5 miles in, probably have a little over 5 miles to go. I'm holding Tony back, but we're gonna get there.
I'm happy with 2 gator sightings.
Yeah.
Okay, so those were some of the video from the course. Ended up finishing the race in 7 hours 22 minutes. Not a great time on as flat a fast course as it was, but I'm still happy to finish. It gives me that's my 46th completed ultra marathon along with 50 marathons, so I'm up to 96 combined, and I still have a goal of hitting 100 this year, hopefully. It was a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun getting to know Tony, and had a lot of fun visiting with him throughout the day. Had a lot of fun visiting with the Dallas Dirt Runners that were down there. There was Andrew and Stephanie, and there were some other people that I didn't really know real well that are part of the club, but it was a lot of fun, and also got to see just a lot of the people that I see at a lot of these races. So it was very nice. Now, what I was going to say is that we started off the day in the low 40s, but by the end of the day, we were probably in the mid 80s Fahrenheit, which is getting pretty toasty. And we haven't had many of those days this year yet, so I really wasn't accustomed to it. That probably impacted it some. It was partly me getting tired, which might have something to do with that medication or the lack of training. But I was actually, on the outsides of my legs, around my knees, I was having a lot of pain. Starting also around that mile 17. I'm not exactly sure what that is. I used to have some issues there, but it's been years, so I'm not exactly sure why I was having that. But regardless, I'm happy. It was still a good day. We had a really nice visit. My wife drove me down there. She drove me home. We actually were able to get a shower in the park before we headed home, and got home about 9 o'clock last night. This is the medal I received for doing the 50K, and this is the shirt that I got for doing the race. It says Brazos Bend 50. Anyway, it was a great experience. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you like the video, please consider hitting the like button. If you're interested in more of my content, please consider subscribing to my channel. And other than that, I hope you had a great weekend and keep moving.